guys, welcome back to Beyond the Realms, and today I have a special guest with me here. One of my 6 snakes that I have. This is one of my ball pythons. This is Sophia. I've showed her before, I believe, but it's been a while. She's growing like a weed, getting really big. But there is kind of a significance with having Sophia in this review today, because one of the films I want to talk about is from this Gorehouse Greats collection that I got, and it is entitled Stanley, which it tells a story of this guy named Tim. He is a she's pulling shit down. It tells this story of a Vietnam vet named Tim, which he just wants to get away from everybody, so he goes and lives in the Everglades. And he befriends this pet rattlesnake that he names Stanley. And basically Stanley can kill on command and all this shit. I gotta say, I've never seen a film like Stanley. And the thing that surprises me most about that film is, you know, most snakes have a bad reputation as being aggressive and all this shit. Is this aggressive? I mean, come on, man. I can do anything to her. She's awesome. Most snakes are awesome pets, especially ball pythons, corn snakes, California king snakes, stuff like that. You know, now rattlesnakes, they are known to be aggressive, and the biggest thing with them is they are poisonous. Now in this film, this guy is like holding this rattlesnake like I'm holding her. I've never seen it before. Now granted, I'm sure, you know, they drain the venom and stuff like that, but I don't understand how they got that snake so tame unless, you know, they had been held since it was a baby. It was just, even then though, just, I've never heard of it. It really blew my mind, like, and it wasn't fake, you know, it was real rattlesnake that he was holding throughout this whole movie, carrying it around just like this, putting it up over his neck, all this stuff. And it just amazed me. You know, the movie is meant to gross people out and make people think, oh my God, snakes and stuff like this. It's from, let's see, 1972, you know, and having snakes as pets wasn't nearly as common as it is today. It's still a niche market, but it's a pretty damn big market. If you look around online, you'll see there's a lot of people that have snakes as pets. But again, you know, they're trying to make snakes as scary and all this stuff. But I like the film. I thought the acting was pretty decent. The guy that played Tim was really good. And then, you know, there's a couple other people in it, like this one guy that's kind of like a poacher, which that's like the antagonist of the film. And his daughter's real unhappy. Tim kind of befriends her and stuff like this. You know, it's kind of your twist there in the story, or whatever it is. But anyway, you know, they try to make the snakes as the bad guys, all this stuff. And Tim, you know, and really, like, the film, it doesn't have, it doesn't really know what it wants to be. Like, is it trying to make snakes scary? Is it trying to be like a PETA type thing and like pro snakes? That's what you don't really know at first, and then it gets towards the end, and there's parts that I hated of it because it shows actual snakes getting killed, someone getting bludgeoned to death, and there's a part where Tim gets pissed because they won't attack this girl, so he takes him and he starts bashing him on the ground. I mean, it's very obviously real and live snakes that he's killing. I just, that part just really, it pissed me off. I didn't like it at all. But overall, the film's pretty cool, man. It's you know, it got a little dull, a little muddled in the middle of it, but it's still an enjoyable enough film. I give Stanley a 5 out of 10. It's worth checking out. It's another one on this Gorehouse pack that I enjoyed, you know, and I'll watch it again at some point, I'm sure. So, yeah, guys, Stanley, I give it a 5 out of 10. And next up was on this Hammer Horror Classics pack that I picked up, Horror of Dracula, which is from, I believe it's 1957, the very first production that Hammer did as far as Dracula film goes. You know, of course you got Christopher Lee playing Dracula, Peter Cushing playing Van Helsing. Just an awesome film, guys. Really awesome. I really liked it a lot because it's kind of based on Bram Stoker's Dracula, but it kind of goes off of that also and doesn't exactly follow the exact storyline of that. it was very good. I mean, especially for its time, man. I mean, it's pretty intense for that time. Like, if you look at the films coming out during that time period, very cool stuff, man. Hammer was pushing the envelope, you know. There's a little bit of blood in it, but just the intensity of the film, you know. And the first time they show Christopher Lee turn around as Dracula, he's got the bloodshot eyes and stuff. Just very iconic stuff, man. I really enjoyed it, and I can't wait to check out Dracula Has Risen from the Grave. I've heard a lot of good stuff about that, too. So, yeah, guys, Horror of Dracula, I give it a 7 out of 10. I really enjoyed it. I see why Christopher Lee is so revered in that Dracula role. Highly recommend checking that out for fans of old school type horror, fans of Dracula films, vampire films, stuff like that. Definitely check out Horror of Dracula. Next up, I watched The Curse of Frankenstein, which also has Peter Cushing in it playing. He plays Dr. Frankenstein, and then of course you've got Christopher Lee playing Frankenstein himself. Pretty different take on the Frankenstein mythos, guys, and the main reason why is because Peter Cushing as Frankenstein was quite different. You know, definitely an innocent creature that didn't ask to be made, and you know, Peter Cushing is just so good in this, man, as just the warped and wicked Dr. Frankenstein. You know, he makes this creature, and it's quite different than, you know, the original Boris Karloff Frankenstein, especially the way he's brought to life and stuff. You know, it isn't with like lifting him up in electric and getting electrocuted or shocked by lightning or whatever. In this, it's some type of liquid stuff that he finds, and he like submerges the body in it, and as it drains, it brings the body to life. But another aspect of this that was really different was, you know, Frankenstein was kind of just a subdued creature in this. And then it got to a point where he, you know, he kind of does get tired of getting, you know, people being afraid of him, and he gets a little aggressive. But Frankenstein himself starts doing experiments on him and stuff, like chains him to the wall, and he's like doing all this stuff, and they don't show it, they just allude to it, and he talks about it a little bit, but he shaves his head. It's like a piece of his hair out and everything, and he's like really just a scared creature hiding against the wall. I thought that was really different. But this was an excellent film, guys. I loved it. I loved the way it was shot, the way it looked. Such a gothic and just awesome setting, man. Hammer just really brought the atmosphere in their films. That's why I love them so much. So Curse of Frankenstein, guys, I give it an 8 out of 10. Really awesome film. If you've never seen any Hammer films before, this is a good place to start. And Sophia's like got my arms tied together. Really excellent film though, guys. So yeah, that's The Curse of Frankenstein. Now next up is Subspecies. Now I know I had seen this film a long time ago. It had been many years, of course, like clear back in the mom and pop days. This film came out in '91 originally, and I couldn't remember anything about it, but I remember it being pretty cool. So, you know, I found this, of course, at Fry's, cheap set, like $7, $6.99 for all this. So I picked it up, and guys, Subspecies was really awesome. It's such an underrated vampire Dracula film. You know, it's about these 3 students that go to Transylvania to uncover the story of vampires and stuff. You know, they're going to check this out. This was shot in Romania. It's shot in this big castle. Really awesome setting in it, and basically the vampire in it, Radu, which is the main one that you always see if you know anything about the Subspecies movies. You know, he starts kind of fucking with these students and stuff like that, and you know, eventually, you know, of course, all hell breaks loose with all of them. But guys, I love the setting in this. I love the feeling and the atmosphere. Radu is a really cool, menacing vampire in this, kind of demonic looking in his ways. Long hair, just really creepy looking, and he has these little minions in it that were done with stop motion animation. They're like these red demons. Kind of brings to mind The Gate. And what was done with that. But yeah, guys, I really like this a lot. I give Subspecies a 7 out of 10. I enjoyed the film. It doesn't seem like a whole lot of people's heard about these movies even. This comes from Full Moon. Just kind of been on a Full Moon kick lately between the Puppet Master films and these. But guys, I recommend checking it out if you've never seen Subspecies and you want something that's very atmospheric. Check it out. And also Angus Scrimm plays. He's like an older vampire in this film. Towards the beginning of the beginning of it, the Radu takes out. He plays that part, Angus Scrimm. So it's kind of cool to see him in there too. So yeah, guys, check out Subspecies, definitely. That's a 7 out of 10 for that one. Okay, and the last film I want to talk about today is Bloodstone Subspecies 2, which this picks up exactly where the first one left off. I won't spoil it for those that don't know how the first one ends, but it picks up right from that part. And basically, one of the girls that's left, Michelle, she has been bitten by Radu, and you know, she's on the run from him. She goes back home, and you know, she's really dealing with being bit and like trying to get over her lust for blood. And somebody stars in this. You guys may remember Kevin Spiritus that played Tina's boyfriend in Friday the 13th Part 7. He is in this also. This film's from '93, so it's a little bit newer than that one. But I liked it, guys. It's a good film. I actually like this better than the first one. Radu is just more menacing in this as he hunts down Michelle, and we're also introduced to Radu's mom, which is this really decayed woman, almost zombie-like, like vampire-ish zombie-looking type shit. She's really cool in this, but I love the way they do the lighting in this, man. Like the way, you know, like when Radu's hunting down Michelle character, and you know, like you see a light on the side of the building, you'll see his shadow, and you see it grow and regress and all this stuff, and just the way they do that, they really build a great atmosphere with this. But the movie was left open-ended for sure, and I'm pretty sure Part 2 and Part 3 was filmed back-to-back because the same actors, I've already checked, the same actors are in it. Kevin Spiritus is in Part 3. The same one that played Michelle, which is different from the first one, but she's the same in Part 2 and Part 3. So I definitely plan on getting to Part 3 next. I'm anxious to check it out, actually, to see how the third film is. But yeah, guys, Subspecies 2, loved it. Better atmosphere, better acting. It looked like a little bit better budget. I all around thought it was a better film than the first one. I give it an 8 out of 10. I really enjoyed this film a lot. It really kept my attention the whole time. I was just enthralled by it, and it really makes me interested to see if Part 3 can live up to it. And it really makes me interested because of it being filmed like that back-to-back. You know, having the same cast, same crew, stuff like that. I'm sure it'll be good also. So yeah, guys, that's Subspecies 2. 8 out of 10. So that's it for today, guys. We reviewed Stanley out of the Gorehouse Greats, The Horror of Dracula, and The Curse of Frankenstein out of the Hammer set, and then Subspecies 1 and 2. Check all these films out. All of them are worth seeing, definitely. No stinkers this time around, so that's good. That's a plus. So yeah, guys, I appreciate you watching. You have a good one. Take care.